The hinge is the most expensive thing to repair on your Z Fold 8 Ultra, and most cases barely touch it. I'll show you the one that actually protects it, but first, the ones to think twice about. We're ranking by real hinge and fold protection, not price or stars, since that's the part Samsung charges the most to fix. Quick note, this phone launched yesterday, so every spec here comes from manufacturer sheets and pre-release fit data, not months of owner reviews. I'll flag the source as we go. Number 10. Ringke Fusion Clear. The case most people grab first, and that's the problem. It pairs a hard PC back with a TPU bumper in what Ringke calls a low-profile open hinge design, built to hug the hinge closely instead of wrapping it in extra material. That's a real trade-off. Thin and true to fold, but very little standing between the hinge seam and a hard drop. Ringke's PC back is marketed to resist the yellowing plain TPU clear cases get, though no specific anti-yellowing tech is named, so treat that as a brand claim, not a tested result. Buttons are open cutouts, not molded covers, so they feel native, and port access is unrestricted for thicker cables. Good if you want minimum bulk and you're careful. If you want the hinge doing real work, keep watching. This next one wraps the hinge instead of skipping it. Number 9. TORRAS Magnetic Slim. TORRAS builds this around an adhesive-free hinge design at just 0.04 inches thick, with 2 screen protectors included. It's rated 4X military grade for hinge protection, but no MIL-STD test number is cited, so treat that as a self-administered claim, not a lab certificate. Where it wins is the pocket test. At 0.04 inches, it's about as close to no case at all as hinge protection gets. The trade-off is grip. Smooth and slim means it can slide on an angled dash or table. It's MagSafe compatible, though TORRAS doesn't publish a holding force number for this model. Best pick here for hinge protection that disappears in your pocket. Number 8. BENKS ArmorGrid Air Grand Combo. A 3-piece system, a Kevlar back panel, approximately 32 grams, a matching Kevlar front frame, and a fitted Glass Warrior HD screen protector, plus a magnetic PU leather hinge cover with a published 10 Newton magnetic array. Real numbers, though 10 newtons is on the lighter end. The catch is installation, not protection. Align 3 pieces with BENKS's guide, or risk trapped dust or a visible seam gap. Where it earns credit, approximately 35 grams combined, genuinely light, and because the frame and screen protector are matched pieces from BENKS, you avoid the classic lip conflict where a case edge lifts third-party glass at the corners. Buttons feel close to native, the woven texture is smooth in a pocket but offers less grip on an angle. Pick this for a coordinated system, not a bolt-on case. If you'd rather skip the 3-piece install, this one's a single snap-on shell with a mechanical trick. Number 7. Spigen Ultra Hybrid Pro MagFit. Spigen's SecuLink tech uses heat-treated steel pins to interlock the front and rear panels, aimed at the loosening that adhesive-only foldable cases get after months of folding. It's also Qi 2 certified, a real third-party industry standard, not a marketing phrase, and states an anti-yellowing clear finish. The catch: steel pin longevity is a claim that takes months to prove, and nobody's had that long with a phone released yesterday. Trusted on Spigen's track record with prior fold generations, not as independently confirmed here. Qi 2 certification is the strongest verified claim on this list so far. MagSafe-style accessories should align and charge reliably. The most over-engineered snap-on case here. Number 6. Nillkin Super Frosted Shield Fold. Built around integrated foldable construction, TPU overmolding that connects the rear panel and hinge into one continuous piece instead of a clipped-on hinge cover. That's a genuinely thoughtful approach to the hinge lip problem. The catch is grip. The frosted matte finish sits in the middle of the pocket versus grip trade-off. Not as grabby as silicone, not as slick as glossy PC. Nillkin states MagSafe compatibility, but no holding force figure. Because the hinge is one molded piece with no hard lip at the seam, this is also one of the safer options if you're layering a separate edge-to-edge glass protector. Solid middle pick if integrated hinge construction matters more than magnet strength. Number 5. BERFY Fold Protector. Honesty check. BERFY's Fold 8 Ultra listing wasn't independently confirmable through search. This entry follows BERFY's established Z Fold 6/7 pattern. Built-in screen protector, S pen holder, hidden kickstand, hinge coverage. Confirm the current listing before buying. The strength, if the pattern holds, is doing a lot in one case without extra accessories. Past gen owner feedback flagged one real complaint: no camera lens cover. The catch on BERFY's magnetic version? Past reviews noted the magnet ring can sit offset from the charging coil, causing inconsistent charging or heat. Kickstand and S-Pen convenience is real if the pattern carries over. Just verify the listing first. If you don't need a kickstand but want real privacy, this one trades wireless charging for something no other case here offers. Number 4. TONGATE Wallet Case with Privacy Screen Protector. Bundles a built-in privacy screen protector, a slide camera cover, a kickstand, and a hidden RFID card slot holding 3 to 4 cards. The privacy filter genuinely narrows the viewing angle. Nobody next to you reads your cover screen. The trade-off, stated directly on TONGATE's own listings. The card slot on the back blocks wireless charging entirely. You're plugging in every time. A real lifestyle change, not a footnote. The slide camera cover solves the exposed lens problem the last case had. Grip-wise, the shockproof shell runs thicker than the slim picks earlier on this list. Good for grip, noticeably wider in a pocket. Most complete package if privacy and cards matter more than wireless charging. Number 3. SUPCASE UB Stand Clear. SUPCASE publishes more hard numbers than almost anything else here. An N52 magnetic ring rated at 1,500 grams of holding force, and a drop rating tested to MIL-STD-810H-516.8 from 15 feet. A specific name standard, though still brand administered rather than third-party lab certified. The built-in screen protector is rated greater than or equal to 95% light transmittance, genuinely high for a case-integrated film. The catch: a built-in protector means you're locked into SUPCASE's replacement part if it scratches. Full hinge coverage plus 4-corner airbags is more aggressive than the slim designs earlier in this list, and the pop-out kickstand adds real utility, though it's the one moving part that can loosen over time. Between the published magnet figure and the named drop standard, this is the most transparently documented case on the list. And now the one this whole video was building toward. Number 2. Pitaka MagEZ Case for Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra. Aramid, caseless feeling. This is Pitaka's flagship thin case, built specifically for the Z Fold 8 Ultra, not a carryover from the Fold 7, so hinge clearance and cutouts are matched to this exact phone. It's aerospace-grade woven aramid, just 0.04 inches thick and 0.81 ounces, which matters a lot on a foldable since bulk gets doubled the moment you close it shut. The silky textured weave gives real grip without turning tacky in your pocket, and it won't interfere with signal the way carbon fiber can. MagSafe runs through Pitaka's own embedded amber magnetic film, built to pair with their MagEZ grip and Car Mount Pro 2. The camera area uses raised edges around each lens instead of one flat slab, so it sits flush on a desk instead of rocking on the bump. The catch: there's no drop rating claim here. This is a minimalist shell, not armor, and the shallow bezel lip leaves little buffer if you're running a full edge-to-edge tempered glass protector. It's for people who want the fold to feel thin and expensive, not people looking for drop insurance. Number 1. BENKS ArmorGrid Pro Grand Combo. This wins the top spot because of what it does at the hinge. Unlike the lighter ArmorGrid Air, the Pro fuses Kevlar with shock-absorbing TPU via in-mold injection, molded as one piece, which BENKS states makes the shell stronger against drops. The hinge cover uses an impact-absorbing TPU exterior instead of Air's PU leather, trading some premium feel for more give on impact. It ships as the same 3-piece system: Kevlar/TPU back, matched PC front frame, Glass Warrior HD screen protector, with the same 10N magnetic array. Same honest note: SUPCASE's 1,500-gram N52 ring is a notably stronger pull if that's your priority over hinge armor. The catch is the same install care the Air version needs. Rush the alignment guide and risk a gap or trapped dust. Where it wins: an isolated TPU rim around each camera lens instead of one flat block, which in principle keeps the case from rocking on a flat desk. For anyone whose real fear is a cracked hinge, not a scratched back, this is the one. Hinge protection specifically: BENKS ArmorGrid Pro at number 1, or SUPCASE UB Stand at number 2. Both back their claims with named standards, not vague marketing. Layering a separate glass protector, Nillkin's overmolded seam, or BENKS matched front frame system, avoid lip conflict. Wireless charging matters most. Skip TONGATE's wallet case, lean on Spigen's Qi 2 certification instead. Thinnest hinge protection that disappears in your pocket. TORRAS Magnetic Slim still wins. Links are in the description in the order we covered them. If this saved you from the wrong case on a 2-day-old phone, like and subscribe for when the real owner reviews start rolling in.